the dignitaries of Iia Telangana chapter. It gives me immense pleasure to be here at the curtain raiser and address you all on the behalf of Radha TMT entire family. We are extremely proud to be associated with IAA, and I applaud the Telangana chapter for putting together such a massive and high caliber event, which is going to be hosted in the month of May, and I believe 2,000 attendees are going to attend it. I am sure the event will also highlight the presence of Hyderabad among the top global cities of India. We at Radha Group, we are a 60 years group started by my late father Radheshamji Saraf, and we have an integrated steel plant in Medak district of Telangana, the fastest growing state in India, equipped with the latest and most high-tech equipment, which helps us to stay ahead of the curve in terms of delivering the best quality product to every single project we are part of, whether they are high-rise towers or even an independent bungalow. As we all know, India has now become the second largest steel producer of the world, ahead of both America and Japan. This is indeed a matter of pride to all of us. What is also being observed is that the Indian customer in the construction industry is becoming more and more quality conscious, and the demand for higher quality TMT bars is increasing on account of high-rise construction in urban cities and high-quality infrastructure development equipments. For this, Radha TMT is the first plant in the South India to produce 550D LRF through the LRF technology. We have at Radha Smelters always endeavored to provide the best quality steel product to the construction industry. I would also like to share that our products are approved and used by various government departments like MHAI, Irrigation Department of Telangana, R&D, GHMC, DHL, etc. I also promise that together, IIA and Radha can definitely project the image of Hyderabad, public Telangana to the world. Sridhar sir, as you said that you need the support, you don't require any support. Your wish is my command. That's all. Whatever you say will be done. For the next 5 years, you don't have to look at anybody else. Thank you.
Our website go live.
For the president to do the honors. Website. Yeah. Okay. Now since the website is open, the registration is on, and I will be the first person to register. Please tell me when registration comes. I will pay it right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you speak from here or? Okay. Chairman of Telangana chapter, Architect Iia Telangana, convener of NATCON 2021. As a CEO, a very dynamic leader, as we have seen in his opening remarks of how he unveiled the vision of NATCON. I think congratulations and for thinking and putting the NATCON in the right perspective. The guest of honor, Architect Bhanagapal Garu, Architect Kavita Bhavani, Architect Padmanath Garu, past chairman of Telangana chapter, senior architects, members of Telangana chapter, invited architects who are yet to become members, students, faculty members, and most important, our friend from various teams, Shroff. Good evening, and the good evening is seeing the positive vibrations in this hall. The National Convention is a yearly program of the Union of Architects. We have crossed the membership of 25,000 now. And we are having 24 chapters and 54 centers and 17 sub-centers. But the membership growth is not enough because we have more than a lakh of architects registered with the Council of Architecture, and it is the privilege and the responsibility of each and every qualified architect to be a part of a professional body, to come and experience the fraternity, the fellowship among the fraternity, to build it as a family. This National Convention, which was proposed in a council meeting in Chennai, when Uday Shankar Bedi was there, when we invited chapters to come forward and agree to host, Uday Shankar Bedi was the first person to raise his hand. And we immediately agreed and said, yes, Telangana should do it. Thank you, Uday Shankar Bedi, for coming forward and accepting to do it. And of course, I understand because of the pandemic, there have been a lot of tribulations which have been going on. But ultimately, I think we have chosen the right time and the right venue and the right team to go ahead with the National Convention. Architects have a very important role in society, which was said in many words by different guests here. Architects are goodwill ambassadors. We have a great potential. Our social consciousness is the most important thing. Ultimately, our goal, apart from creating buildings, is to make the society a better place to live in. Our commitment to the society, we individually in the practice in the health, ultimately the society is benefited by the architecture. That is our goal. If you see from time preliminary in civil regulations, we have had many architectural initiatives across the country done by people with native wisdom, native intelligence, no schools, no drawing book, no paper, no computer, nothing. The mind was a fertile ground, and we could see some of them built over 10 years, 20 years, 100, 200 years, have had the same thought process until from concept to completion. How is it possible? Today we have project managers, we have so many people in the process. But still, from concept to completion, are we able to provide a service? Is a basic question. Because today, the title architect has gained a profound depth of respect because of the work of that native wisdom. People have put in so much of thought and created landmarks which have stood the test of time over thousands of years, they have enriched the value of the profession and the title architect has received that kind of respect. I have pointed out today, are we having that kind of a practical approach towards our practice? Where a client approaches us, whether we start conceptualizing and then the various, things we have to do by up to completion. Are we involved continuously? Are we developing inherent strength within our practices to execute this from concept to completion? Of course, there are few practices to do that. But today people have taken an easy way out. Many people are taking partial services and many other avenues, thereby devaluing our role in this professional practice. I think this has to change. They will be tough. They will be difficult. In the initial stages, if everybody starts, approaching our practice in a comprehensive manner, not leaving part of it to others. Of course, where we have consultants, we have consultants, all part of a team. But still, we have a overall leadership and control. That aspect has to be maintained. So this national convention should focus on how we are going to spread this message to our fellow architects so that we have a comprehensive approach to our practice. The second point was, we were talking about, are we shying away from public? Are we shying away from authorities? Yes, we are. If you compare today's built environment, it is built policy making or dealing with authorities, it is the other stakeholders who are standing in the front, like builders, like flat builders associations, CREDAI, and any number of institutions who are business minded. They are business minded in their profit. That means they want to do things for their personal benefit. They are the people who are spending time with policymakers, with government, and as professionals, we are spending the least time in engaging with the local authorities, local planning authorities. However, that happens, how many times we go and sit before them and try to at least understand and put forward whatever is good for the built environment. I think we have a point which has to be articulated, and we have to sensitize ourselves to get into that kind of a mode. But I'm very happy that synergy is happening in Telangana. Because I can see architects who are in, government or part of the administration, who have been part of administration. They are all coming together, and this is what a model we have to develop across the country, so that we should institutions and move forward and try to build a very good relationship between the planning authorities and the profession. Ultimately, the beneficiary is the society. Today, many forums talk about sustainability, green buildings. There are many aspects that come into the picture. But our architecture, if you see, from the early civilizations up to last century maybe, has been one of the most greenest building units in the world. But we have completely changed because of technology, because of influence of various other, influences of the West and things like that. We have completely changed. So, this national convention should talk more about our indigenous strength, our self-reliance in materials, our artisans, our workers, their skills. Their skills are being lost. Many places it has become mechanical. Building construction has become mechanical way of doing things. The expression of art and architecture is coming down, but it is happening in some places. Sustainability, one of the examples I have seen recently, I was in Ahmedabad about a week back. One school which one of the very celebrated architect did in 1960, he created a open-air theatre in a school, carving out the existing landscape and making it a beautiful 1,500-seater open-air theatre 60 years back. After 62 years back, the same architect was felicitated in that same venue, architect B. Joshi. And I saw that place, in the past 62 years, nothing has been done. It remains as it was built, but it is fresh. And I saw the facade behind the stage. There is no facade made. There was an ordinary building, simple building. There enough was grown, covering the entire facade. So these are very good examples. When I saw that, it was so fulfilling to see that such an example of sustainability. That is what sustainability is all about. We have many examples like that. And opportunity for architects to present and maybe execute such kind of works is very essential. Of course, whatever large commercial or recreational or institutional buildings are okay, that's a different thing. But even for ordinary residential buildings, wherever we can simplify things and make it convenient for people to sustain and maintain their structure, I think we have done a great job. I once again have seen today the attendance is almost the house is full. That means the curtain raiser is a very good omen for the things to come. I fully appreciate the Telangana chapter and all the members of the Telangana chapter to completely work with very great synergy and make this national convention a very good success. And I have no doubts about that. And there are many events which are happening now at close intervals. Because of 2 years of gap, we have Iia National Awards, which is happening in Goa on the 9th and 10th of April. There is a Maharashtra community which is happening on the 9th and 30th of April. And 14, 15, 16 of May, we have NatCon, and we have Rajasthan Festival, which is happening on 20, 21 and 22 of the same month, May. And in June, the one more event is coming up, Central Regional Conference. And in September, the Northern Regional Conference, and many more chapters have sprung up with a lot of ideas, and it's a good thing that members have become active. I think the membership experience is one thing which I always feel is important. It should give a sense of belonging to our members. Each member should feel that he is wanted. That means in every meeting, it is always better to call those people who have not participated to give them some role and give them that membership experience by making it convenient for them to be in that meeting, because the purpose of their presence should be some job should be given to them so that they feel part of the whole program. And with these few thoughts, I think we are running out of time. I think I fully appreciate the convener and the chairman and all the members of the Telangana chapter for initiating an excellent arrangement to start this program and also working towards an experience which we are all going to cherish for our lifetime. Thank you very much.
About making memories, and especially after the pandemic, I think we all wish that we make more memories for a lifetime. And having pictures is one such way of making memories. So now I request all the dignitaries to please kindly come on to the dais for a group photograph. And also the entire Iia Telangana team to kindly join for a photograph also, please. All of the pictures have been clicked. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ma'am, may we have you on the dais, please? Architect Muralidhar Reddy garu, National Council member. Architect Uday Shankar Beni, Chairman, Iia Telangana Chapter. Architect Sridhar, Convener for NATCON. And Mr. Sunil Saraf, Chairman, Radha TMT. As we all know, before we start anything auspicious, we invoke the prayer. And while we light the lamp, can we have all the dignitaries to please kindly proceed for the lighting of the lamp? Operating Major Perumadipur. We will have international and national speakers come and showcase their projects, showcase their work. We will have an August gathering and also several companies dealing with building materials who would be showcasing their products here. It will definitely be an interesting conclave wherein we will have an opportunity to meet people from the industry. We will come to know what are the new developments happening in the construction industry, the new materials that are going to come up, and also we will have a sneak peek into what kind of projects and new works that are being done across the globe. It's also a great opportunity for the students, practicing architects, academia, government officials, allied professionals, and many others to be present at the NATCON. And since this is a curtain raiser, we request that Iia Telangana chapter members enroll in large numbers and participate in large numbers since we are hosting this. And let's wish all the very best to the team who is going to host this NATCON 2021, the conveners and the co-conveners. Thank you so much.
to the members the list of important activities that we have conducted over the past 18 months. The newly elected body of members took charge of the offices officially in the first general body meeting, which was held on 20th January 2021. Chairman Architect Iia Shankar, in his chairman's address, shared his vision and action plan for the tenure. Various committees were formed to coordinate and facilitate the execution of the action plan laid out under the categories of professional affairs, education, communication and media, events, sports and culturals, national and international affairs. Members of the various committees took active interest in planning and conduct of events under their respective committees. In the ensuing weeks, the roadmap was prepared for a series of events and webinars that would spread out evenly along the year. First in the sequence was the heritage walk curated by our member Architect Srinivas Murthy at the Qutub Shahi Homes on the 30th of March. Besides being an educational walk, the event helped in bonding amongst the members for the first time after we all took charge to our offices. Keeping in mind the incessant efforts taken by fellow architects in discharging their professional obligations, even to the extent of getting exposed to the pandemic evils, the chapter took upon itself to organize a vaccination drive. The vaccination drive was organized in association with the Jawaharlal Nehru Architecture and Finance University in its campus for the benefit of all architects and their family members, students and staff members. To commemorate the World Heritage Day 2021, your chapter organized an online webinar wherein Architect Vinod Ganesh was in conversation with eminent conservation architects in Hyderabad. Architect Suryanarayana Murthy, Gullapalli Suryanarayana Murthy, spoke on Kakatiya cultural landscape, architect Madhu Veteri on architectural heritage of Hyderabad. This webinar was attended by a good number of audience spread across various age groups, including school children. As part of the flagship event Chai Pe Charcha of the Ministry of Architects Telangana chapter, Architect Kuldeep Singh moderated a webinar program titled Stand with Built Environment on the 30th of July. In this webinar, there was discussion amongst local architects on the proposed GA 103, which was focused on the podium parking rules and regulations framed by the government. Following it was another talk by Architect Jeet Kumar Gupta titled Tale of Two Plans, Lessons from the Chandigarh. Following which there was an educational talk by Dr. Ashok Kumar from CBRI on the CSIR guidelines on ventilation of buildings and solutions for the pandemic scenario. Architect Srinivas Murthy further, in following weeks, curated yet another series of webinars titled Conservation at Crossroads, in which many eminent experts from the field of conservation and history participated. Architect Vikas Delvari, Architect Sajjad Shahid, Architect Faiz Khan, our own member Architect Shankar Narayan were all part of this event. This event was organized on the 27th of August in 2021. And since then, we are now very active and intensively planning for the NatCon 21. And we are all looking forward for this most awaited moment to celebrate the NatCon 21 in a grand way under the leadership of our chairman, Architect Iia Shankar, and the directions laid by our convener, Architect Sridhar Gopi and the co-conveners, Architect Asha and Architect Kuldeep Singh, and of course, with the support of all our dear members. Thank you very much. I end this report.
Our chief guest for the evening, IAA President C.R. Raju garu. Guests of honor for today's evening, Dr. N. Kavita Daryani Rao garu, Architect Bhanu Prasad Rao garu, MLC Karimnagar garu, Architect Padmavati Reddy garu, XMLA, Welcome to you, ma'am. And welcome Architect Murli Reddy, National Council member, sir. And our anchor sponsor, Sunil Sarab sir. Welcome to from Radha TMT. And my dear fellow architects, friends, and well-wishers. Today it really feels very strange that so many of us in a hall like this meeting after 2 years of COVID restrictions is extraordinarily different feeling. And moreover, today, after almost about a year of taking over as a chairman, and most of the activities which our Secretary Aditya read out, which has been almost about one activity each month also. But most of the activities that we have had quite successfully also, but most of them are all on Zoom platform. And for some reason we could not really have a contact physically, so that has made all the difference. And now I think the COVID is really giving me a comfortable feeling that I think we are done with it. That is what I today removed my mask and I said no more mask too. And let's all get into the active meeting of one another. No more. It can be a hug. It can be a. Let's all get together. I think with this curtain raiser, I'm actually looking forward to a support from all of you. And actually, we took over in the month of January 2021. And after that, in the first meeting of the National Council, which was held on 28th of February 2021, President Garu suggested that we host the NATCON. And since we had not done it, the previous NATCON was almost about a decade or more that Hyderabad had hosted any NATCON earlier. Of course, 5 years back we did host 7 regional conference in a very, very successful manner. We thought during these periods of COVID, I think we took up as a challenge because we can get activated our own chapter and also, the entire activities across the country could be showcased in Hyderabad. So that was the reason, and after I got back, I had the entire support of the team for taking up all the senior architects and well-wishers of the city, practicing architects were behind us, and they said, let's do it. Let's do it in a manner which was never done before. So in that order, I have accepted that we will take up, and that is, then we looked around for the right person, and after going through a lot of people, because people are busy, and I must say, we have Sridhar Gopishetty Garu. Thank you for accepting being the convener for the evening, Sridhar Garu. And I must say, for a very, very busy architect like what Sridhar is, I'm really grateful that he actually accepted our request. Thank you very much, sir. And I must say, one thing, first thing when I met him is, I really found his energy very contagious. Sridhar, as a matter of fact, after I met you and the way which you actually took off, I mean, that generated such a kind of enthusiasm amongst all the architects, our EC members, that we can do it. We can actually do it in such a way. Like, I remember still you were saying, like never before or never after, na bhuto, na bhavishyat. So let's stick to that. I would actually before, I think the entire details in the presentation, I would like Sridhar Gopishetty to give it out to you and explain the details and preparations that are required. But before that, I'd like to sort of from my side, request and appeal to all the members of Iia Telangana chapter for the complete support and participation. And also, I'd like each of you to sort of bring in new members, because I noticed a lot of youngsters, for some odd reasons, I mean, they need to be brought into the fold of Iia chapter, and we need their energy and support also. And I would like to mention here that any of the young architects who have not yet taken a membership, we've actually asked them to also come over, because we actually have set up a desk for registration on the spot to become a member of the IIA. And and also I think clarification from Raju sir also, that yesterday in our council meeting we had decided to the architects who are in use or maybe of the subscription, who are actually the membership dues are there, they can actually get the membership updated by paying certain amount. We will get the details from Raju also. Also, here I would like to take an opportunity, because we realized that there are almost about 16 colleges and institutions of architecture right now in Telangana. So I request all these colleges and institutions to actively take part in the event of NATCON, and also to encourage the new architects who have passed out from their college to take up the membership and get actively, because the more the members, the more we can actually address to the problems of the fraternity which faces on a day-to-day basis. The whole idea is, I think, we have to strengthen the hands of the Iia Telangana chapter. We have also lined up a good connectivity with the government of Telangana, so that we could take up the issues that we are facing with the government, and hopefully after the successful NATCON, we will showcase the NATCON in such a style and the scale that nobody can ignore our body. So that's the idea. And with this, I'd request Sridhar to later on give us the details. Thank you. Thank you.
Convener, Architect Sridhar Gopishetty, to give a small presentation on the NATCON. And for the credentials of Architect Sridhar, he is a graduate from JNTU and then from SPA Delhi. He worked with Parsons UK, then a professor at Queen's University, and running Team 1 from the year 2007 till date. He's also one of the leading architects who's, I think, designed about 16 million square feet across the country. And they also have a studio at Philippines. Over to you, Architect Gopi. Oh, sorry.
All the dignitaries, Chairman Sir, President Sir, Sunil Sharaf ji, of course my classmate and my close friend Padmavati Reddy, then Kavita Madam and Balaprasad Garu. It's great that you accepted our invitation and came for the event. Basically, it's a cut and razor event. And when Uday Shankar sir approached me to participate in this IIA activities and take up NATCON, I was a bit confused, because being in practice, this 24 hours is also not sufficient. Yeah, I always think we should make it 26 hours or 28 hours per day. So it's a tight schedule. But certainly someday we have to contribute and give it back to our fraternity. So certainly I thought we had a discussion, me and my partner Bashir, let us take it up, let us do it, and do it the same word like the word said, na bhuvito na bhavishyat. So we'll do a wonderful NATCON, and things are falling pretty well. Like we have been approaching top of the top politicians, the Chief Minister, the Urban Development Minister and all. So everybody is given a positive note for participation in the main NATCON event. That's going to be a pretty big strength, because the way we wanted to promote is in a three-pronged approach. One is to elevate the brand image of Hyderabad. So there is, I told the minister, there can't be any better occasion than having 1,800 architects across the country and we showcase what Hyderabad is to them. So that's really caught the mind, the thought process of the minister, sir. And fortunately, we have a strong MLC amongst our fraternity, Banu Prasad Garu from Karimnagar district. So who else can be more appropriate and more better to make a government connect to us? So immediately we met Banu Prasad sir about a month back, and he was pretty positive. He said, certainly Sridharji, like we will do that at best. Then of course, as a typical architect fraternity, like we keep on blaming IIA for not doing, CA not doing anything for us and all. We said, so let us do it for ourselves. Because earlier also we requested for a piece of land, we requested for a piece of university campus and all. Now, NATCON is just a reason for us. But in the long term, post-NATCON, sir, we wanted to really take up the local Telangana state architecture fraternity, so that we enjoy a good respect and relation with the Telangana government. Certainly, once we enjoy a good relation with the government, lot of wonders, lot of things can be mutually done, both for the fraternity and for the city. And for the entire state, urban and regional development, things can be put in place. So, we have some things which we wanted to put forward, taking NATCON as an opportunity. So, we took care of this, we thought of this. Then certainly, like we had, me and Padma, I think we have been dreaming of getting something like India Healthcare Center in Hyderabad. That's one of the things what I requested, expressed my thought to Banu Prasad Garu and to Kautam Madam also. So certainly we should create a South India Healthcare Center in Hyderabad. Then we wanted to bring in CAA headquarters building in Hyderabad, at least for the South region. Because if I have to renew my CAA certificate, I have to go to Delhi and there. At least for South India, for Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and all, we wanted to get a CAA. So we wanted to be a proper building premises for the CAA, Council of Architecture, operating from Hyderabad for the entire South India. Then certainly we will be taking the guidance of Iia Telangana. Sir is a pretty impressive president, because I've seen him for the first time in Chennai NATCON. So dynamic and he did everything to proper detail. So then at the time we had something to be done, should be done like Iia Telangana. So that's one of quite an inspirational personality, sir. Then certainly, thing is that the main thing that I wanted to bring on platform today is, see, IIA should be more patronized by practicing architects. The two senior practicing architects who are busy with their design, maybe 50-55 years past, they have 20-25 architects working with them. They should spare some time for our fraternity, because after 50-55 we have to start giving back to the society. In that context, so we want, they could have gathered from the back side, they are not from the front side, at least. It's quite an embarrassing situation. So, senior architects, at least we take it serious, and I think it is mandatory. That's why I brought all the senior architects of the city, about 15-20 of them, onto a single platform, and I requested them, Shekhar, Mutyan Manin, and all the architects, at least 15-20 of them. I strongly Tada Subhidedi, Chinna Subhidedi and all. So I told them very clearly, we have to work. We have to work towards IIA fraternity and do, because everybody has got very good access and very good influence. So it has to be taken strongly and put forward, madam, so that whatever we had been discussing in the morning, so we wanted to get this thing done. So I conclude saying that young architects should take the lead, and the senior architects should give the support. So then certainly we have requested Sunil Sharaf ji, is a old friend of mine and quite a patron. So like Sahara used to support Indian cricket team as a brand ambassador, not only for NATCON. I requested Sunil Sharaf ji, sir, you are the main commodity of the building. 50% of RCC is yourself, the steel. So I said, sir, not only for NATCOM, you please be our patron, brand ambassador for at least lock-in period for 5 years. So we don't have to run around the building material suppliers to get the sponsorships. A small sponsorship repeatedly. So if Radha kept TMT, he actually almost accepted, but he kept NATCOM as a test for us. So certainly we will pass the test with good grades, sir, so that you give us a sponsorship for next 5 years. At least Telangana chapter should not look around for sponsorships, small events, so that it becomes a routine activity for us to make use of the platform and all. And thank you, Bhanupesari garu, really thank you very much for being there with us. And we will be, as I told you in the morning, sir, we will be disturbing you, bothering you, and taking your all support to connect us and place us in good hands of Telangana government, which is the most active government, and Hyderabad is the fastest growing urban city. So certainly your blessing and your support is very much started up, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And to continue with the proceedings, we have Architect Iia Telangana, National Council member, to please kindly say a few words. Architect Iia Telangana has done his Masters in Geology. He served as ITPI Secretary. He is the ITPI National Convention. And he also held various posts with IIA. And he has been practicing the last 22 years as an architect in Pune. Over to you, Iia Telangana.
Your present over here, it feels good to meet after pandemic, after 2 years, personally to all the members. Firstly, thank our national president. After his busy schedule also he came over here, and also within short time, because yesterday we had a farm meeting also, same time, online, but now is we see Chairman Garu as a present over here. And also, I very much thankful to Dr. Kavita Bhadani Garu, Madam Garu, and also Bani Prasad Garu, MLC Garu, and Padmavati Garu, ex-MLA Garu, and also Radha TMT Chairman Garu. We are very thankful to you. It is a great part of our event today, and also our energetic communal architect Sridhar Garu and Chairman Garu, who are present over here. And today's event is the first step towards NATCOM. So we should support NATCOM for connecting Iia Telangana after 14 years of its. So thank you.
Could you please to say a few words with us? First, I would like to invite our guest for giving us this message. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving on, I request Mr. Prime, Architect Padmavati Garu, to please come onto the dais and say a few words to us. She graduated from JNTU in the year 1990 and served as an MLA from Kodara constituency in Telangana State Assembly, the public realm in India. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am. Creative design, it's for some positivity only, some good, whether the building or the way it's being used, and especially in the public buildings, or rather in the city or in the towns. I do feel like what Kavita ma'am has said, our brand or our stamp does not get converted on the ground there. Now, of course, whatever designs, since I am in public life, I have always thought how architects and our design, the knowledge that we have, has to go to a common man. You know, by small design details, that can be implemented in the government. And Damodar is here, part of the government, so you are right, Sridhar, we can give him that responsibility. And yes, we have to tell, before branding our work as an architect, that we bring in great value for any design of a building, but even thought process. When I was in MLA in the assembly, architecture teaches us so much logic.
I was thinking every MLA should be a course of architecture, so that they see clearly. And whatever comes out there is, nice, aesthetic, well designed, whether it's policy or a building or a road also. So, anyway, we are here, Sridhar, of course, today from the party that I come from. I'm not in government, but I will take, like ma'am is asking about the land, or we are talking about land or anything. Not only in this state, wherever I can help as an individual from my office, as an ex-MLA or whatever it takes, I would like to help you guys to take you at least to the offices where we can be heard. And of course, I'll help in pushing it through whatever, any proposal I'm here for the fraternity. And thank you all again for having me over. His architecture degree from Aurangabad and his practice from Hyderabad. He successfully completed. I'm privileged to be here along with all of you on this evening. Now, నేషనల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ రావడం కూడా ఐ థింక్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ తెలుగు బికాజ్ ఓకే రైట్ రైట్ తెలుగు అనేది చాలా ఫ్రీగా మాట్లాడటానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో ఈరోజు నేను నేషనల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ సిఆర్ రాజు గారు, అదేవిధంగా మన జేఎన్ఎఫ్ఐ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ కవిత గౌరవ గారు, పద్మనాథ రెడ్డి గారు, సునీల్ షరాఫ్ గారు, శ్రీధర్ గారు, మురళీధర్ రెడ్డి గారు, మరియు ఇతర డిగ్నిటరీస్ ఇన్ మీడియా ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇప్పుడే అందరూ మాట్లాడినటువంటి ప్రెసిడెంట్ శంకర్ గారు, ఇదే శంకర్ గారు అండ్ మిగిలినటువంటి వాళ్ళందరూ మాట్లాడిన సందర్భంలో గవర్నమెంట్కి సంబంధించిన విషయాలు చెప్పడం జరిగింది. దానికన్నా ముందు శ్రీధర్ గారు మాట్లాడుతున్న సందర్భంలో 24 hours సరిపోయట్లేదని చెప్పడం జరిగింది. అది డెఫినెట్ గా 24 hours శ్రీధర్ గారికి కాదు, మొత్తం హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆర్జెక్ట్ కూడా సరిపోయట్లేదు అనేటువంటి మాత్రం తప్పకుండా చెప్పగలుగుతాం. ఎందుకంటే ఈ 90లో పట్టు స్టార్ట్ చేసిన రోజున అప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఆర్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఎవరైనా చెప్పుకుని తిరగాల్సిన పరిస్థితి ఉంది. చాలా మంది ఇక్కడ అప్పుడు పట్టు స్టార్ట్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. కానీ ఈరోజు మొదలు జనరల్ గ్రూప్ ఒక తెలంగాణ ఇండస్ట్ స్టేట్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, 23rd స్టేట్ గా ఇండస్ట్ స్టేట్ గా ఉన్నటువంటి తెలంగాణ లాస్ట్ 7 years లో డ్రాస్టిక్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ, ఇన్ particularly in Hyderabad. The skyline of Hyderabad has changed drastically. I have to appreciate all the architects present here for that. ఈ చేంజెస్ ఏదైతే హైదరాబాద్ లో చూస్తున్నామో అది ఊరికనే జరగట్లేదు. ఒక డైనమిక్ లీడర్ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ అయినటువంటి కలవరి చంద్రశేఖరరావు గారి నేతృత్వంలో గవర్నమెంట్ తీసుకునేటువంటి అనేకమైనటువంటి స్టెప్స్ వల్ల ఈరోజు ఇంత డ్రాస్టిక్ మూవ్మెంట్ మనకు కనబడుతుంది. అనేక డెవలప్మెంట్స్ గతంలో చూసుకున్నట్టయితే ఈ 7 years కంటే ముందు అంటే కంబైన్ స్టేట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం హైదరాబాద్ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే ఎన్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లైఓవర్స్ ఉండేవి, ఎన్ని అండర్ బ్రాసెస్ ఉండేవి, ఎన్ని అంటే ఎంతో ట్రాఫిక్ కంజెషన్ తగ్గించడానికి మనం ఎన్ని రకాలైనటువంటి రోడ్వే కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ కానివ్వండి, రోడ్వే బ్రిడ్జ్ కానివ్వండి, ఆ విధంగా ఎన్నో కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ మనం చేసుకుంటూ పోతున్నాం. వీటితో పాటుగా హైదరాబాద్ గాంధీనగర్ని పెంచే ప్రయత్నం కూడా మనం చేస్తూ వచ్చింది గవర్నమెంట్ గా. దాని ద్వారా హైదరాబాద్ లో ఒక మంచి ల్యాండ్ ఆఫ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఒక టైంలో ఏంటంటే తెలంగాణ డివిజన్ అయితే తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ ఏర్పడినటువంటి సందర్భంలో అసలు స్టేట్ లో ల్యాండ్ ఆఫ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుందో, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఇతర స్టేట్స్ కి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఇక్కడ సెటిల్ అయినటువంటి వాళ్ళ పరిస్థితి ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుందో,
అనేటువంటి అనేకమైనటువంటి అనేకమైనటువంటి రకరకాల ఉన్నటువంటి అనుమానాలతో ఈ రాష్ట్రం ఏర్పడింది. కానీ ఈరోజు ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి అందరూ కూడా ఒక మంచి వాతావరణంలో మంచి మైండ్ ఆఫ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ కానివ్వండి, మంచి డెవలప్మెంట్ కానివ్వండి, అన్ని విధాలుగా పవర్ సిచ్యువేషన్ కానివ్వండి, అన్ని విధాలుగా డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటూ ఈరోజు మనం ముందుకు పోతున్న సందర్భంలో డెఫినెట్ గా ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున అనేక కార్యక్రమాలు తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. ప్రతి డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ మనం డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ అన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేసుకునే డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ లో కూడా కలెక్టరేట్ బిల్డింగ్స్ ని చాలా స్టేట్ లో కొన్ని చిన్న స్టేట్ లో అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి సెక్రటరియట్ బిల్డింగ్స్ కంటే కూడా బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఈరోజు మన కలెక్టరేట్స్ ని మనం అన్నింటి కూడా కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఆ బిల్డింగ్స్ కూడా మన లోకల్ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్స్ డిజైన్ చేసింది. అదేవిధంగా పోలీస్ కమిషనరేట్స్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే కొత్తగా దాదాపు 30 డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ లో కూడా మెడికల్ కాలేజ్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఆ మెడికల్ కాలేజ్ బిల్డింగ్స్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఏమి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఏదంటే బహుశా ఈ దేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఏ రాష్ట్రంలో కూడా జరిగినటువంటి కన్స్ట్రక్షన్, అటు ఇరిగేషన్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కావచ్చు, ఇటు ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కావచ్చు, పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో జరుగుతున్నాయి. కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ యాక్టివిటీ అనేటువంటి చాలా పెద్ద ఎత్తున జరుగుతుంది ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో. దాంతో పాటుగా వీలున్నంత వరకు అంటే నేను 100% చేంజ్ వచ్చేసింది, మొత్తం టోటల్ గా చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది అని చెప్పడం అనేటువంటి కాదు. కానీ గతంతో కంపేర్ చేసుకున్నట్టయితే నేను చూసాను, నేను ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక బిల్డింగ్ పర్మిషన్ కావాలంటే అసలు ఆర్గనైజ్ క్లయింట్ వచ్చి ఒక్కడి మాత్రం మేము వేరే చూసుకొని మీరు ఆ మున్సిపల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కి సంబంధించినటువంటి పర్మిషన్ తెచ్చుకునేందుకు మాత్రం మీరు వేరే వాళ్ళని చూసుకోండి, మీ డ్రాయింగ్స్ మాత్రమే ఇస్తాం కానీ మీరు అది ఎట్లా తెచ్చుకోండి అనేటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి స్టేజ్ నుంచి ఈరోజు మనం మన ఆఫీస్లోనే మనం కూర్చొని అప్లోడ్ చేసుకుని అది ఎక్కడుంది, ఆ ఫైల్ ఎక్కడుంది, అనేటువంటి మానిటర్ చేసేటువంటి స్టేజ్కి వచ్చాం. ఇంతకుముందు విజయశంకర్ గారు చెప్తున్నటువంటి పరిస్థితి కొన్ని దాంట్లో కూడా దీపాస్లో కూడా కొన్ని చిన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయన్నారు. అటువంటి ఏమంటే తీసుకోండి, దృష్టికి తీసుకోండి, తప్పకుండా మీరు కొంతమంది వస్తే నేను మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ మున్సిపల్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ కూడా గుడ్ బిజినెస్ డెఫినెట్ గా మనం కొంతసేపు పర్సన్ స్పేర్ చేద్దాం. అక్కడ అటువంటి అంశాలు ఉన్నట్టు కూడా ఆ దృష్టికి తీసుకెళ్ళి అట్లా ఉన్నటువంటి చేంజెస్ కూడా మనం చేసేటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంది. వారు చెప్పినటువంటి ప్రధానమైనటువంటి విషయం చెప్పినటువంటి విషయం అయితే ఆటో కార్డు ఎక్కువగా దాంట్లో చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఆటో కార్డు కాకుండా మనం కార్డు ఇది కూడా ఉంది, దాని గురించి విధంగా చేయించారు. డెఫినెట్ గా దాని విషయంలో మేము మాట్లాడతాం. అదేవిధంగా ఇంకా ఏ ఇష్యూస్ కానీ ఎనీ ఇష్యూస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ కమ్యూనిటీ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ అభివృద్ధికి సంబంధించిన ఇష్యూస్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటి విషయంలో తప్పకుండా ఐ ఫీల్ ఇట్స్ మై డ్యూటీ టు బీ విత్ యూ, మీతో పాటు ఉంటాను. తప్పకుండా మీరు ఎప్పుడు ఈ ఇష్యూలో కూడా గవర్నమెంట్ కి మీకు మధ్యలో ఒక కోఆర్డినేటర్ గా ఉండే ప్రయత్నం తప్పకుండా చేస్తాము. ఏ రకమైనటువంటి ప్రయత్నం కూడా ఏ రకంగా చేయాలంటే ఆ రకంగా హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి మన ఇంటి సహాయ సహకారాలు అందించడానికి అన్ని ఊళ్ళో కూడా సిద్ధంగా ఉంటాను. ఇది ఒకటే కాదు, ఇంకా మీరందరూ కూడా ఆరోగ్య సంవరణ కాబట్టి ఆరోగ్య సంబంధించిన పొలిటికల్ గా రకమైనటువంటి ఇబ్బంది కూడా పొలిటికల్ ఇష్యూస్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నా కూడా ఎవరైనా కూడా ఎప్పుడైనా అప్రోచ్ ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా మీకు మా సహాయ సహకారాలు అందించడానికి కూడా సిద్ధంగా ఉంటామని తెలియజేసుకుంటూ ఈరోజు ఈ మొత్తం ఒక సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఈవెంట్ గా మజబూతైన ఈవెంట్ గా చేస్తామని చెప్పి ఎవరైతే చెప్తున్నారో శ్రీవీర్ గారు చెప్తున్నారో డెఫినెట్ గా అది ఆ విధంగా జరగాలని రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున కూడా ఏదైనా సహాయ సహకారాలు మా ఇంటి సహాయ సహకారాలు అంటే ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ సంబంధించిన వీళ్ళు కానీ ఏదైనా ఉంటే కూడా ఎవరితో మాట్లాడాలంటే కూడా మాట్లాడి ఈ సహాయ సహకారాలను ఇచ్చేటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాం. అడ్మిట్ గారు చెప్పారు, అడ్మిట్ గారికి నాకు పెద్ద పరిచయం లేదు కానీ అంటే పెద్ద అంత పెద్ద ఇది లేదు కానీ బట్ ఉత్తమ్ కుమార్ రెడ్డి గారితో నాకు బాగా పరిచయం ఉంది. నిజంగా సార్ చెప్పినాను ఉత్తమ్ కుమార్ రెడ్డి గారిని అందరూ కూర్చున్న సందర్భంలో సార్ మీకు హౌసింగ్ తెలిపించాలనుకుంటున్నారు, మీ హౌసింగ్ గురించి తెలిసేవాళ్ళు కాబట్టి మీకు హౌసింగ్ గురించి ఇచ్చేస్తారని చెప్పి ఆ రోజు చెప్పాను. ఉత్తమ్ కుమార్ రెడ్డి గారు చెప్పాను మీరు ప్రజా పార్టీలో ఉంటే అప్పుడే నేను కాబట్టి సర్కస్గా ఉండేవాళ్ళం కాబట్టి ఆ రోజు చెప్పాను మీరు అప్పుడప్పుడు మా సోదరు సలహాలు తీసుకుంటారు, హౌసింగ్ మీద మీటింగ్లో మా సోదరు గుర్తు తెలుస్తాయి కాబట్టి హౌసింగ్ సలహాలు సోదరులు తీసుకోండి అని చెప్పి ఆ రోజు చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్. అండ్ మీరు ఇంకొక ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు చెప్పారు. ఇంతకుముందు శ్రీధర్ గారు చంద్రశేఖర్ గారి గురించి తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది దృష్టికి. ఈ మన ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ ఒక ఫ్రాటర్నిటీకి ఒక బిల్డింగ్ ఉండేటువంటి విధంగా ఒక ఎక్కడైనా ల్యాండ్ ఒకటి ఎలా చేపిస్తే బాగుంటుంది అన్నారు. చాలా వాటికి అపోజ్ అయినటువంటి చాలా వాటికి ఈ గవర్నమెంట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత అనేక సొసైటీస్ కావచ్చు, అనేక మందికి కావచ్చు, అనేక వర్గాల వారికి కూడా ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. డెఫినెట్ గా అడిగినా గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు ఇస్తే నమ్మకం ఉంటుంది. ఆ విధంగా ఇచ్చేద్దాం. అయితే హౌసింగ్ సొసైటీ విషయంలో చెప్పారు, హౌసింగ్ సొసైటీ విషయంలో మాత్రం సుప్రీంకోర్టు దగ్గర కోర్టులో పెండింగ్ ఉంది. దాని హౌసింగ్ సొసైటీలకు మాత్రం ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చేటువంటి పరిస్థితి లేదు. బట్ మన బిల్డింగ్ అవి బిల్డింగ్ అది కౌన్సిలర్ గారు కలిపా కలిపా లేకపోతే ఐఐటీ సెక్రటరీ గాను ఏ విధంగా డెఫినెట్గా మనకు దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి తప్పకుండా చేద్దాం. ఆ ప్రయత్నంలో సక్సెస్ అయ్యేటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది కూడా నేను నమ్ముతున్నాను. కాబట్టి తప్పకుండా ఆ ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం తెలియజేసుకుంటూ అందరూ కూడా థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Success, and they also stand by with us by contributing as the sponsors. The honorable ministers, Mr. Sunil Saraf, Chairman Radha TNT, for the sponsors for this evening. May I request Mr. Sunil Saraf onto the dais, please? Mr. Sunil Saraf is an accomplished businessman who transformed a rather small choice from a moderately performing company into a leading steel conglomerate. He is head of overall operations, including procurement of raw materials, strategic formations, cost management, expansion, finance, and accounting. May I request Mr. Saraf to say a few words, please?